All right. So, because I don't have any content up lately, I figured I'd go ahead and do a just, I guess, showing off my tackle and my gear. It's not as much as you might think, but I feel like for what I do, it's plenty. I mean, plenty. So, all right. It's on my bed. I don't have much room, so yeah. Anyway, we'll start off with, I guess, what I used to use, or because I was always a budget fisherman, I always used the cheaper stuff. This is a Cast King Royale Legend, and this thing, I lost, as you can see, I lost the tension knob for it, but this thing has been, it's been used a good bit. It's been used in saltwater probably a good year. You know, if I had to guess, on and off, about a year. And it still works. It's not the smoothest reel in the world, but for what, 38 bucks, it'll definitely get you some time on the water. But I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's for the price, it's not bad. I'm not a Cast King guy at all, but I did use them in the past as budget options. But this one right here, as you can see, I'm snagged in the bed, so I got a Mirrodine stuck in my sheet just for you guys. But as you can see here, this is a Cast King Speed Demon Pro, and this thing is not bad. It has a 9:3-to-1 gear ratio. It really takes in line fast. I mean, I can't even really show you too much because I'm all snagged up here like crazy. But oh, and a little disclaimer, you may hear kids in the background. My kids are loud, and this is the only real place I got to record right now, so yeah. But gave myself a backlash. I'm not even casting. That tells you what kind of fisherman I am. But the Speed Demon Pro, man, I found it on sale on Amazon, and for the price, I believe I paid 79 bucks. Hey, this thing's not bad. I've used it in saltwater. I mean, I've used it in freshwater, but saltwater a lot. And it's not a bad reel. It's 9:3-to-1 gear ratio. It has 12+1 bearings. They're supposedly shielded bearings. I'm not like too much of a reel nerd. Like, I don't know everything in this reel. You hear the fireworks. Sorry about that. But this reel, it's smooth, it casts a mile, and it does take in line fast. So I will say this Cast King reel is pretty awesome. Give you some shots of it. It's got good knobs on it. I like these knobs. I'm using it on a Berkeley Shock lightning rod. I have this rod because, you know, a lot of the places were sold out of fishing rods. I need to get a couple more because I broke a few of mine. And I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. It's a Walmart rod, but it's pretty good. Next, for 100 bucks, no, 89 bucks, Dio Fuego, 7:3-to-1 gear ratio. This thing, so light. This rod and reel in general is so light. And by the way, this lightning rod, I believe, is a 6.6 medium fast. So, okay. This Fuego, man, I've abused this reel, and it just keeps going. I'm starting to really like Daiwa a lot. They have some good reels out for good prices nowadays. Like, you can get an $89 reel that's gonna last you a while in saltwater, and I can't say nothing but good things about this reel. It casts great. It is very smooth. It's very light too. I mean, I got big hands. I have pretty big hands, so I mean, if it's a little beefier, on the beefier side, you know, I guess it could be compared to a lot of other reels out there. It's a little beefier maybe, but for me, it's perfect. And the rod, H2O Express. This one is a TAC 40 6.9 medium heavy with the micro guides. Dude, I love this rod. I love it. I am a fan of H2O Express. I know people that love it, but I know a lot of people that shy away from it because I guess they They think H2O Express and they think, oh, it's, you know, it's Academy's brand, it's gotta be garbage. It's actually not bad. So H2O Express is quality in my opinion. Every one I've ever owned, I've had nothing but good things to say about them. So yeah. Up next, I'm sure a lot of you know what this is. The SLX DC. I've got, I believe, 15-pound Power Pro on here. It might be 20 actually. But yeah, I do reel left-handed, so there's that. But this reel, man, whew, $189.99, and it is my favorite reel by far that I've owned in a long time. This reel, cast, buttery smooth. It doesn't backlash unless you really messing up, or you know, if you got some really tense spots in your braid, I can see where maybe it'll backlash. But dude, this reel is amazing. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about this reel. As far as you just picking up a reel and wanting to cast it into the wind as hard as you can, this thing, you can just whip it without fear. 8:2 gear ratio. I love this reel. Favorite reel by far that I've owned in a long time. I have it on a let's see if I can get you the specs off of this rod. It's a 7-foot bone H2O Express. It has these, I forget what these are called. I'm drawing a blank on the guides right here. With the little eye within the guide. I can't think of what it's called, but I love this rod. It's got some serious backbone. Like you could literally put some work on a fish and this rod will handle it. It's great for redfish. I'm mostly redfish and trout fishing anyway, so it's perfect for me. And then we'll get to some spinning reels. I know this is not too in-depth and like too, you know, I'm not digging into the reels, but I'm just a basic fisherman. Well, I fish hard, but I know these reels can hold up for saltwater and what I do, because, you know, I've looked into them. So I'm just giving you my hands-on experience with them. I've used them for this Dio Fuego again. Sorry, we had a little moment there where the camera cut out. This is a Dio Fuego LT 2500. Spinning, if you're in the spinning gear, I do use spinning reels now. I'll put a jerkbait on. This is the Matrix Shad Jerk Shad, I believe it's called, or Rip Shad. Man, hold on. Got my Matrix box here, and I'm be doing giveaways with Matrix Shad, and their box is coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that. The Rip Shad, yeah, these are bad, or they are awesome, should I say. I said a bad word, I might edit that out. They're awesome. You know, you got your brush hogs. This is a rod and reel thing, but yeah, their brush hogs are amazing. Matrix Shad, man, he's on it. I gotta give it to him. Dude's awesome. These are the brush hogs. These are the brush hogs. These are the craws, the Matrix craws. They work great for trailers. You can put them on a chatterbait. You can put them on just as how they are. You can put them on jig head. You can put them on a million different ways. They work great. They have a lot of action. But yeah, Matrix box. I'm gonna start trying to get some giveaways going for you guys, because I appreciate everyone, and I don't know. I'm gonna start giving a lot away when I can, because people deserve it. Now this reel. Okay, I went through the bait casters. I'm still on this Fuego. Sorry, this Dio Fuego LT 2500, mag sealed. It's a great reel. It's so finesse. Like I love putting on some 15-pound braid and just jigging sometimes with this, or jerkbait. You feel like you're so dialed in. You can feel everything. I got it on a Shimano Celis. It's a 7-1, and it's medium action fast. And this is a good rod. I mean, I just purchased a lot of these rods about 2 months ago or so. And I know they're good rods, but a lot of times when I buy a rod or a reel, of course I'll do my research on the reels, but I know if the rod's a good brand, I'll pick up the rod, I'll go with what the way I fish, what I feel for in a rod. I'll pick it up and I'll feel that, the action on it. And I usually go for a 6'6" to 7 foot, no more than 7 usually. I like a 6'6", medium to medium heavy. That's usually what I go with. I'll pick it up, I'll feel it, and if it just feels right to me, it's what I need. You know what I mean? Everybody's different, they all do their own thing, so that's what I look for. I'll just pick up a rod and I just know by feeling it. I apologize about my kids. Just by feeling it, I know. It just, I don't know. It's one of those things. You know what you like when you're fishing and you go with it. You don't have to really explain yourself to anyone, in my opinion. Use what you like. Now these are cadence rods. I started buying these on Amazon. I've had several, maybe 2 or 3, 4 of them within the past couple of years. They're great rods. They have great action. They are strong. I've flipped a million redfish in the boat with these. The thing is about them though, their eyes, their guides, they tend, like I'm gonna show you here. This is what happened to a lot of them. They tend to just break out. I guess I don't know if it's the saltwater. You can see I've had one replaced here. It's a different, completely high. But I can get that fixed easily. But they're good rods. They're cheap. They're inexpensive. Like I said, I'm a budget fisherman, so I do tend to lean towards the mid-tier prices. Fair prices, I guess you could say. You do get what you pay for, and that's anything. But if I could recommend a $100 reel, maybe cheaper on Amazon now, for saltwater, if you're kayaking, if your reel's getting wet, if you're dropping it in the water, if it's getting sprayed with water, any kind of saltwater, the Tsunami Shield, man. It's not the smoothest reel in the world. It's not like the Fuego. The Fuego's smooth, you can finesse fish a lot easier. This one's fine. I jig with this all the time. But this reel is super sealed. It has so many seals in it that it's gonna hold up. I've had this reel forever, for almost since they came out, and this thing, it's awesome. It's fully sealed. Well, almost fully sealed. It's a slower gear ratio, 5-to-1, but this thing is awesome. Tsunami Shield, I really do like this reel. And I feel like I said, if you're kayaking or if your reel's hitting the water at any point, you're dunking it for some reason on accident, it falls out of kayak, I could see where this reel will actually just pay for itself because it's gonna hold up. That's just my 2 cents on that one. So, Tsunami Shield, amazing. Now, probably the best reel for the money. I've had this reel as long as I've had the Fuego, and almost as long as I've had the Shield. Not quite as long. This is the Okuma Epixer. What was it? 45 bucks on Amazon. Now do check in with your local shops. Buying local and helping out the small shops is the way to go. But not all of us have that luxury of being near one. Most of the ones I know about are way out of the way, so I have to get a lot of stuff on Amazon. Okuma Epixer Saltwater. I think it has a couple I think the bearings are shielded, but this reel, for the money, I don't think you can beat it. This thing is nice. It's just, I don't know. There's just something about this reel. It's smooth. It's not the fastest, retriever, but it's a nice quality reel for the money, especially. You cannot beat it. And I feel like if you're in a budget range for, 45 bucks and you're looking for a spinner reel, 3,000 size, they make them bigger. You cannot beat this reel. Give it a try. I've had this one for a long time, using a lot of saltwater. I don't rinse my gear off. I do break them apart every now and then, clean them out, oil them, that kind of thing, but I never rinse them after saltwater use, which you probably should, but I don't because I'm lazy. But it's on another Cadence CR5, medium heavy, 6'6". Great rods. The rod itself is great. It's sturdy. It's a good rod, but like I said, the guides kind of tend to break apart after time. I've caught a lot of redfish on this rod, but that's my setup. That's what I'm using. Most of the time you'll see me with the bait casters and maybe a spinner reel, but sometimes I'm just going for the spinner reels. I'll throw flukes in the shallows, I'll throw, you know, lighter baits that require you to have a spinning reel. They're easier to cast, especially if you have wind, a lighter lure. So, you know, they have their place, all these. I like bait casters overall, but you need spinning reels too if you're doing certain things. So, hey, that's my little breakdown of what I'm doing, what I'm using. I got to get the hook out of my damn bed. Or I could just I'm gonna set the hook first and pretend I have a fish on, because this rain won't let me go fishing. I appreciate everyone who watches this, and I don't know if you have any questions about any of this, or in general, just hit me up. I'm an open book. I like to help people. I'm not here to act like I know it all. I just try to explain what I'm doing and what works for me, and I try to relay that to, you know, the person next to me who fishes around me, because I like to share locally what I'm doing, because I just like to help people out when we're fishing. You know, we're all fishing. We gotta stick together. So appreciate you guys. If you like it, you know, just give me a little thumbs up, or even if you're watching the videos and you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it, because like I said, I'm gonna start doing giveaways, and you know, you gotta be subscribed if you want to get in on that, but that's entirely up to you. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone, and have a blessed day. Yeah.